Hello, welcome to my channel, Cosmic Vibrations. This is going to be a general tarot reading for December 2020 for Cancer people. So this is going to be for you if you have your rising sun, moon, or Venus in Cancer. And I'll be doing an 11-card Celtic cross spread, probably with clarifiers. I'm going to put a timestamp in the description box down below, so you can just skip ahead straight to the reading. Otherwise, you can hang out with me while I shuffle. I hope you guys are well. Let's see. I'm going to use the Spiral Tarot and probably the Gaian Tarot for your clarifiers. So this is for Cancer people for December 2020. Sorry, these are coming out a little bit late. I've been incredibly busy. I have to fill out a whole bunch of forms right now. This year, 2020, has been quite wild and chaotic for a lot of people. It's kind of nice to think that this is the last month of 2020. Hopefully 2021 will be better. Okay, so this is for Cancer people for December 2020. Here we go. 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's give it one more shuffle. 8, 9, 10, and one more. 11. Okay. This may or may not resonate for you. You'll just have to feel it out for yourself. Cancer, December 2020. Okay. Okay. So your central experience for December 2020 is the 7 of Wands. So it looks as if you're being very protective of your own space. With it, you have Justice. You are really trying to surround yourself with fairness, equality, balance, reasonableness. You are being very protective this month of negative energy around you, of fending it off and maintaining a space where things can be even tempered. You might be in some kind of a situation where you feel as though certain things have not been fair, and you're very determined to make sure that things are just, and that conflicts are handled properly, and that resolution of conflict can be possible. For some of you, it is possible that you could be involved in something in the justice world right now, like a lawsuit or some kind of legal thing, in which case, stand your ground. Don't give up on what you feel is fair or right, and things should resolve themselves okay, is my guess. Yeah, basically you're not putting up with BS this month. You're really looking at things of, is this necessary? If it's not necessary, or if there's too much drama involved, you're willing to just either maintain space, boundaries, or release it altogether. Okay, and this kind of backs this up. Your challenge is petty conflict. This can also be internal conflict as well. This can be outer conflict and internal conflict. Some of you may be feeling internally conflicted about situations, possibly involving other people. Something about this feels almost competitive. If it's external conflict, then it's things like petty ego battles, fighting over who's in charge, fighting over how things should be done. This can be outer conflict, as in conflict in the world as well, that's getting to you as well. It's almost like you're saying, why can't we all just get along? Why can't we just settle our differences? Why needless conflict or needless ego battles or fighting or arguments? Surely there has to be some kind of way we can work this out or find some semblance of peace. This could also be that you have internal conflict going on and stress going on because of outer conflict around you, which is one of the reasons on why you're so adamant about maintaining personal space where this is not allowed in, so that you can find inner peace. Maybe you're having internal conflict because there are jerks around you or unnecessary conflict around you, and it's starting to get to you. So let me see if I can pick a remedy. It seems as though justice here is the remedy for the problem, but let me see if there's anything else. Justice is also ruled by Libra, which is your opposite. Or I'm sorry, not your opposite. It's squared you because you're both. Sometimes in order to come to peace, you have to deal with the conflict first. And for extremely sensitive people, this can just simply be too much. You may need to have somebody else be a mediator or handle the situation with you or for you. Or you may be doing this for someone else. Let me see. Decide to be happy anyway. Mind your own business. Basically, don't let that get to you, or don't play into it. When things start to get to be too much, take some time out and enjoy yourself with something that you fully enjoy, whether it's going outside for a walk, doing something creative, doing what makes you feel happy. Focus on happiness and how you feel and yourself. Things can be resolved here. Don't care. Or not don't care, but don't care too much about other people's opinions. Things like gossip, unnecessary conflict. Just let it roll right off your back and enjoy yourself anyway, to the best of your ability. So what is helping you is the Three of Wands. This is moving on, and this is growth. Growth of opportunities, growth of possibilities, There are some things that are about to arrive that are going to make you extremely happy. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on expanding, focusing on looking towards the future in an expectant, positive way. Again, I'm getting the words, let it roll off your back. Don't pay any mind to it. If you absolutely have to, approach it with the mentality of justice here. If you start to get knocked off balance by these things, then focus on something else. So let me get more information on that. What is about to arrive that makes you feel excited? Or what are your potentials and possibilities here for growth? Looking towards the future rather than at the past. Moving on and focusing on what excites you or what activates your wonder in life and joy in life. So what is helping you is to look forward to the future, to good things to come, and to focus on leaving the past behind and moving on to a completely different experience, emotionally speaking. When you start to feel too conflicted, enjoy yourself with an activity, a hobby, a talent, children, if you have children around you. Focus on the simple things in life that bring you joy. Look towards the future with wonder, just like a child would. When we're adults, sometimes we take the obvious things for granted because we've become so used to them. But to this child in the picture, he is completely enraptured by the wonder that is fire. Adults might look at that fire and they don't see the wonder in it the way that a young person does, because to him it's completely new. He's not used to it yet. So focus on the new, something that you are not used to that brings you happiness. If this has to do with a separation or having to go to court over some kind of custody thing or family situation, or if this is remnants left over from the past, it's saying it's time to move on and no longer hang on to the old emotions anymore because they're interfering. Instead of focusing on what has already happened, focus on the future. So your instincts. In your instincts, you're a little bit foggy. You might be a little bit confused on what your instincts are even telling you, or what you truly want in a situation, or even what's possible for you. So let's find out more about that. Why do they have this confusion? It seems like an emotional blockage that's going on. Oh, you just need to rest. You possibly have taken on too much, or you just are feeling overwhelmed to a certain extent. It's important to take care of yourself emotionally and take time out when you need to. Do something different outside of your normal routine so that it kind of jump starts you into seeing things in a different way or feeling differently from before. Let's get more. When you start to feel confused, or you're not sure what your instincts or your intuition is even telling you, or you feel lost a little bit, or overwhelmed by too many choices. Take time out, possibly in nature or in a peaceful setting, someplace different from your normal routines, so that you can see things in a different way and rest emotionally and spiritually. And then once you feel rested, you can actually get things done, or focus on what needs to be done, or on things like stability, keeping yourself busy with the things that matter. Maintaining even yourself, like your emotional health, physical health, psychological health. Keep yourself first, rest, then take action, and just keep yourself busy with things that will keep you from getting lost in your own emotional body. Okay. So you're coming away from being single or focusing on yourself, or the end of an old cycle that you have manifested. This is feeling fairly good about where you are, or feeling proud of yourself for your accomplishments. You've done a lot of self-work. You have a lot of self-esteem. You realize your value and your talents, and you've been able to utilize your talents to a point where now you feel as though you have created something in its fullest. But let me get more. Self-sufficiency is in your past. Elder of Water, you have become completely in touch with yourself. This is your card or actually, nope, this is a Scorpio card, but still water energy here. This is water energy as well. This is a Pisces card. So you have been able to, in the past, overcome emotional funks like this, where you become confused. You're not really sure how you feel about a situation, what you should do about something, whether you should settle instead of hoping for the best. If you look, she is only aware of these 6 cups. She is not aware of the cup that is above all the other ones, that's golden, that's behind her. It's almost like she's trying to settle or decide on these not so fulfilling cups. Meanwhile, she doesn't see the fulfilling cup. This month you may have moments where you just feel emotionally exhausted, or you're not really sure what your options are or what's possible. But in the past, you have mastered this of being able to rein in your emotions and be able to really utilize your intuition, your instincts, and see things clearly. You honor yourself. You know who you are. You're an extremely valuable, capable, amazing person. And you fulfill a certain amount of wisdom for others in situations that is extremely valuable. And you can do this for yourself as well. So this is where you've been. Your best possible outcome is to rest. This has been coming out so far for almost every sign, I think, for December. There's a lot of change going on in December, so it makes sense that you would need to sleep more or rest more, because there's so much evolving going on, or so many things going on. It's more important than usual to rest, to center yourself, find peace of mind. There's a big message in here about needing peace of mind, not always having to hold your ground in situations or control yourself in situations. Sometimes you just want to be at peace, and doing whatever is necessary in order to ensure you have time to find inner peace. That is the best possible outcome for yourself. So let me get more on that. Tell me more about the Four of Swords. Tell me more about the Four of Swords. Ten of Fire. There's an ending. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now for you. You may have been having to deal with a lot of anxiety. Sorry about the glare, you guys. I'm trying to be conscious of it. Anxiety, worry, things from the past haunting you, things that are unresolved from the past, things that possibly might feel as though they're burning you up from the inside. This seems very subconscious to me. Sometimes you may not be very conscious of this, but it's smoldering, or there's something you need to release or find peace with. If you can't find peace with this, with others, you can still strive to find peace with yourself over it. If you can't control the outcome of something, at least find peace within over this so you can release it, because it seems as though for some of you, it might be causing health problems. I'm getting a feeling like some of you have been too silent, or have had to be silent, or feel as though you have had to be silent about certain things. Worries about the world, worries about the climate, worries about family. Let me pick a remedy. The Four of Swords is a remedy for that, but I want to pick another card. Again, there's a strong message in here about keeping yourself busy and focused. Don't remain lost in that state. Just take care of the things that are at hand. That will help you to focus and naturally release a lot of those things. It's important for you to rest as well and have a good balance between getting things done and taking it easy. So, give me one more. What is their best possible outcome here? A new beginning. A new beginning. Once you take care of all of this confusion, or fend off conflict if you need to, in order to maintain space so that you can rest and have peace. After you heal, after you feel better, after you've released what you need to, there is a new beginning on the horizon. And it's going to be important for you to feel healthy enough on multiple levels in order to seize this. Where is it? Seize this opportunity. Where'd you go? I must have put them back in the deck. Yep. To focus, to get things done, to go with this new beginning. Right now you're waiting for something, or you're having to be patient, or not much is going on right now. Things are at a lull. There isn't really much that you can really do except wait. So let's see what you're waiting for. Hopefully this is resonating for at least some of you. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I I skipped over your near future. You have Judgment coming up. This is a huge transformation. This is a major arcana card coming up in your near future. There's a huge shift that's about to occur. A huge possible healing here, or internal revolution, or internal evolution that is going to change your external reality because it's changing you from the inside out. You may become aware of something dramatically that you were not aware of before that is almost like a breakthrough that helps you to move forward and evolve more. Let me see. There's something in here about old haunts or old ghosts or old things from the past that are finally being released or transmuted so that you can truly be happy and follow your purpose, or feel as though you're doing something meaningful with your life yourself and you're able to attract what you actually want. Let me see if I get anything more. Tell me more about this. Another new beginning. Yeah, I need a little bit more on it. Preparing. There's a massive shift, change, transformation, evolution, internal revolution coming up for you that is extremely big and almost life-changing. You're letting go of the old ghosts, old traumas, old pains, and letting go of the thought that certain things cannot be brought back to life again when they actually can. You have another, once you go through this process, for all of you it might be a little bit different. You might notice some changes in your body, changes of dramatic energy shifts, possibly things going on with your dream state or sleep patterns at night. You might suddenly become aware of something that you were not aware of before that helps you to release the past. Then again, there's a new beginning waiting for you. You're capable of a lot more than you have been taught or you think. But it does involve getting ready, getting prepared, being practical, taking care of the little things. It's hard to do all that when you're going through such a massive change. So take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and take your time with this. Otherwise, you may become completely overwhelmed. You're preparing for the future. You have some kind of long-term goal that you're starting. And it's important for you to take care of the practical things and to gather up your resources so you can make it last the word stamina is coming to mind. To have stamina where you're able to be the turtle that wins the race by being practical, taking one step at a time, gathering things together as you go. You will reach your goal. Try not to, because squirrels are very high-strung. They really are. They're rodents. They're full of nervous energy. Try not to get caught up in having to prepare so much that you are nervous all the time, or you are almost in a survival mode state. Let me pick one to go with that. You're working out problems. You're working out problems, finding solutions, doing research, finding information that you need, gathering up knowledge, gathering up data. You have you're problem solving in the future. You're writing about your pain, or you're writing about difficulty, but with constructive improvement in mind. Maybe to let other people know that they're not alone in going through those things. I'm seeing overcoming depression or healing from past trauma and wanting to write it down or do research about it so that you understand it more yourself, and possibly so you can help others that are going through similar things. Or even problem solving practical things that are around you, where if no one else is taking up the reins to deal with these things, then you might as well do it in whatever way you can. Hopefully this is making sense. But overall, this almost seems like what people call a Kundalini rising or a spiritual awakening. It's very intense, so rest when you need to. Don't take too much onto your shoulders. So again, you're in a place of patience, waiting, not much is happening on an external level. So let's find out what that is. Oh, two came out together. Nice. While you're waiting, while you're being patient, while things are not really busy right now or hectic too much right now, or while you're waiting for something to show itself or to manifest, you've already done a certain amount of work on this. You've called this in, this growth, but it's hit a time period where it's more important for you to go within. With it, you have the Magician and you have the Nine of Fire. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself with healing. You really have. You've focused a great deal on empowering yourself in the past, overcoming past programming, psychologically speaking, I mean. Psychological programming from people, past situations, yourself even, your own karma. You have done a lot of work. You have taken action on it. You have expanded yourself. You've discovered your talents more. You've worked on speaking up when you need to, being yourself, your authentic self, and you've also worked on your own health, whether it's psychological health or mental health, physical health, emotional health. You have done a lot of work on this, and you still will be in the future. It looks as though some kind of breakthrough is happening in the near future for you in December, where you realize how far you've come, and you're over the hump, if that makes any sense. You're over the most difficult part of it, of this healing process. You will be coming out of this cycle in a more evolved version of yourself, or a more whole version of yourself. And again, there's a big message in this reading for December of taking it easy, not pushing yourself too much, not overdoing it. If you start to feel tired, then rest. Things are growing, things are changing for the better, things are moving forward. Even if you don't necessarily see the external results of this yet, they're coming. So in the meantime, focus on healing yourself or realigning yourself. Around you is the Queen of Wands. This could be a person, or this could be an aspect of yourself. This is someone who knows exactly who she is not afraid to show her power if she needs to. She's extremely creative, extremely protective of what she cares about, and she's almost like an activist queen, or a queen that is not afraid to get things done or to take action in situations or to even hold her ground. This is an Aries card, by the way. So this is sacred warrior energy. This is almost reminding me of this. She will do this if she has to, but she would much rather sit on her throne and just perform her purpose rather than having to do that. She probably has an army to do that for her. This is a boss energy. So let's find out more about that in your surroundings. Who is this Queen of Wands? Or what is the Queen of Wands saying in this situation? Yeah. Very good, you guys. You are maintaining space and utilizing your boundaries and your internal strength and willpower so that you can relax and take care of yourself and enjoy life and be prosperous and create beauty in all of its different forms. To be happy, to feel fulfilled, to have what you need and more, to feel loved, to be loving. You want this in your surroundings if you don't already have it. If you have this in your surroundings, you are incredibly lucky for a good reason. But this is what you want in your surroundings, and you're willing to make it happen if it isn't already happening. This could be a potential partner. It doesn't have to be a woman. It can be a man too. It doesn't matter on the gender. This can be a person around you that brings you a lot of joy and love and makes you feel secure or supported. You're very blessed in a lot of ways, and you're able to attract this to your surroundings if you don't already have it. Maintain and protect the space where you're able to fully be yourself and be happy, and to let the small stuff and the difficult things roll off your back. Something extremely creative. Your fear is of disappointment or loss. Maybe because you've experienced this in the past. You're afraid of it happening again, or you're still healing from this and you're afraid of remaining in that grief or disappointment. So let me pick a remedy for that. Same sort of message as before. Self-care, taking it easy when you need to, focusing on the practical things and what needs to be done now, not distracting yourself by memories. Instead, do what you can now. Do what you can now to manifest what you wish. You are able to have what you wish as long as you take the small steps towards that. If you have already been putting your energy into something that can bring you stability, money, security, your fear might be that it's not going to work out, or that you won't reach your goal, or something will go wrong. Maybe you've experienced problems with this in the past, where you put a lot of your creative energy into something for long-term results or abundance, only to have kinks be put in your wheel. So let me get another remedy card. It's a lot. You're in between the worlds right now, or you just have a lot going on. So the most important thing for you in December is to maintain balance. No matter what is going on outside of yourself, which is a challenge. You know, when you have a lot of chaos going on around yourself, it's hard to maintain inner peace or balance. But I think that's one of the reasons on why this reading is stressing on rest so much. is so you will have the energy to be able to handle everything. And before you know it, things will simplify. You have 2 aces in here. So you do have a new beginning on the way. It seems as though you need to release certain things in order to make space for this new energy to come in. And some of that letting go that you're doing may have to do with internal things, emotions, memories, maintaining, I'm getting something specific. It's saying, instead of expecting opposition or expecting difficulty, that by finding balance within yourself, it naturally repels that energy where you will not have to deal with that. It's almost as if the energy that tries to niggle at you or nag you or give you a hard time or just distract you naturally gets repelled by this. Maybe that has something to do with the big breakthrough you're about to encounter, is you realize you do have a part to play in this, or you do have power. Anything in the past that has taught you you don't have power is wrong. And there's nothing wrong with utilizing that power and realizing that if you are determined to stay calm, handle situations when they arise, know exactly what you want or don't want, or what you're willing on putting up with or not, it naturally repels all of the energy that normally can make its way in there like rose thorns. The birds will not stick to you if you're in this state. They won't even want to be anywhere near you. So this is your general outcome. This seems very self-protective to me. This seems like the Cancer turtle shell to me, of hiding indoors, hiding away from it all to nurse wounds, or you feel too responsible for things where now you feel locked in or trapped by your duties, or you're just in a funk where it's a strange time. So let me get, this can also be results from the lockdown too, or just everything that has happened this year, is you're feeling too isolated or trapped by circumstances. But let me get more on that. Tell me more about the Four of Pentacles. And why do they have this as their general outcome? That's a general outcome. You're feeling very protective of things that are new that need protection, whether it's a child, a project, an opportunity, something you want to do. You don't want to just share it with everybody. You want to make sure that this new thing in your life, possibly the 2 aces you had, are going to be able to thrive and persevere and grow. You might be being a little bit too protective or a little bit too controlling. Sorry, you guys, I love you, but I am seeing something in here about, but it's coming from a good place. It's because you care. It's because you want what's young in your life to be safe. But you might be showing a little bit of overprotection or reining things in a little bit too much when things need to organically be able to grow in their own way without restrictions, so many restrictions. This is out of fear You're afraid of something bad happening, and so you want to maintain its safety, but the way in which you're trying to maintain safety has become a prison. And maybe this is part of what you are realizing with judgment. Where is it? You might suddenly become aware of your own defense mechanisms and how they actually sabotage what you want to grow in your life. You're going really deep, you guys. You're going really, really deep in December. Maybe around winter solstice time, around the 21st of December, the darkest night of the year, you might become aware of some things that you might have been slightly aware of before in your own being or in your own nature, that all of a sudden blast their way into your consciousness, and you become aware of certain things and or ways in which you self-sabotage yourself because of worry or fear. And that in itself comes from some kind of sadness or trauma or things you've been through before. With children, I mean, this is an analogy. With children, you do need to protect children. You do need to make sure that they're in a safe space to be able to explore. But you also don't want to make them so safe that they feel trapped, or they feel as though they don't have enough room to grow or to explore for themselves. In a way, children unconsciously take this on as they are not to be trusted with their own judgment or their own instincts. And so this can actually keep them from being able to grow or evolve or to learn about their own abilities to figure out what to do in certain situations. So it's a balance here. It's a balance of protection and freedom, or trust. I'm seeing some trust issues in here. But let's look at the other two. You are entirely capable of processing this, of releasing this, transmuting this, and being able to move forward in a much more healthy, whole way than before. It seems very like you're on your way after this last little bit of this healing journey. And then you feel so much more determined and capable. This man has no doubts right here. He's just intent on getting to where he's going. He's not hesitating in any way. This is a Cancer card, by the way. This is the Chariot in other decks. You are able to fully come into yourself because of this massive change or transformation that you're going through. Let me pick... Whoops. Uh-oh. Oh! Let me pick one bonus card just as a general message for you. This is the Whispers of Love Oracle cards. I think that's what they're called. Is there anything you want to tell Cancers for December 2020? Yeah. You are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. That's pretty direct. You are not hindered about changing your mind or your consciousness. You are limitless. If you feel as though you have limits, those limits might be self-imposed. Okay, hopefully that helped or made sense for you or resonated in some way. And I shall see you guys soon. Take care. I love you very much. Okay, bye.